Hey everyone, welcome back to United Focus, your home for all the latest Manchester United news, transfer updates and breaking stories from Old Trafford. And today we have a huge update involving Elliot Anderson, Bryan and Mbeumo controversy, Michael Carrick's future, Marcus Rashford and the emotional farewell of Casemiro at Old Trafford. Make sure you subscribe right now because this summer is shaping up to be one of the biggest transfer windows Manchester United have had in years. Let's get straight into it. Manchester United secured a dramatic 3-2 victory over Nottingham Forest at Old Trafford in what could prove to be one of the most important weekends before the summer rebuild officially begins. But while the result kept the positive momentum going under Michael Carrick, the biggest talking point after the match was the controversial second goal scored by Matheus Cunha. The incident has exploded across English football after Bryan and Mbeumo appeared to clearly handle the ball before Cunha smashed home United's second goal. VAR instructed referee Michael Salisbury to review the incident on the pitch side monitor, and almost everybody watching expected the goal to be ruled out. Even Manchester United legend Gary Neville was stunned. Neville described the decision as an absolute shocker and insisted the goal should never have stood. Former referee Darren Cann also explained that football's expectation would normally be for a handball like that to cancel the goal immediately. But despite the VAR recommendation, Salisbury stuck with his original on-field decision and awarded the goal, explaining that the handball was accidental. The controversy completely changed the atmosphere inside Old Trafford. Forest manager Vitor Pereira was furious on the touchline, while pundits like Keane and Micah Richards openly admitted they could not understand how the goal had been allowed. Still, United took advantage of the chaos and eventually secured all 3 points thanks to another Bruno Fernandez masterclass. And what a season Fernandes is having. The Portuguese captain officially equalled the Premier League assist record with his 20th assist of the campaign, matching the legendary numbers set by Kevin De Bruyne and Thierry Henry. Fernandes admitted after the game that one of his biggest career ambitions is now to break that record outright and eventually lead Manchester United back to winning the Premier League title. And honestly, United fans will absolutely love hearing that, because through all the difficult years since Sir Alex Ferguson retired, Bruno Fernandes has remained one of the few world-class leaders consistently carrying this football club forward. Meanwhile, another emotional story unfolded at Old Trafford as Casemiro made what is expected to be his final home appearance for Manchester United. The Brazilian was visibly emotional after being substituted late in the game and even wiped tears from his face as Old Trafford applauded him off the pitch. It really felt like the end of an era. Casemiro's final contribution was a huge tackle that earned him a yellow card, which honestly summed up his United career perfectly. Fierce, passionate, aggressive and committed until the very end. Now attention fully turns toward replacing him. And the biggest name currently leading United's midfield shortlist remains Elliot Anderson. The Nottingham Forest midfielder impressed once again against United, and many inside Old Trafford now believe he has everything needed to become the long-term heartbeat of the midfield. The problem is the competition. Both Manchester City and Liverpool FC are now seriously interested too, and Forest know they are holding one of the hottest young midfielders in English football right now. Reports suggest Manchester United are preparing formal talks with Forest very soon, but City's involvement is creating real concern internally at Old Trafford. Pep Guardiola reportedly views Anderson as a possible successor to Bernardo Silva, and whenever City enter a race like this, things become extremely difficult. United are also still pushing forward in talks for Atalanta midfielder Ederson. According to reports from Italy, Ederson's entourage have now given their approval for a move to Old Trafford, and the Brazilian reportedly dreams of playing in the Premier League. United have already discussed a long-term contract running until 2031, and the proposed transfer package could reach around €60 million, including bonuses. However, Fabrizio Romano has warned that Ederson is not the only midfielder under consideration, with United exploring multiple options at the same time, and that list is massive. Names like Sandro Tonali, Carlos Baleba, Adam Wharton and Matheus Fernandes continue to be heavily linked. Speaking of Matheus Fernandez, West Ham are reportedly demanding around £84 million for the Portuguese midfielder. That price has shocked many fans online. There is no doubt Fernandes is talented. His passing range, composure and energy have been excellent this season, despite West Ham struggling badly. But at £84 million, many supporters believe United should wait and see whether West Ham's financial situation changes before making any serious move, especially when there are other targets available for cheaper prices. Meanwhile, Michael Carrick's future now looks almost completely decided. According to Fabrizio Romano, Carrick is expected to officially become Manchester United's permanent manager very soon, with Sir Jim Ratcliffe already approving the decision. The new contract is expected to run either for 2 years with an extension option or directly for 3 years. And honestly, it is difficult to argue against it now. Carrick has transformed the mood around the football club. Champions League qualification has been secured. Performances have improved massively. Players look happier, and there is finally some structure returning to Manchester United again. The hierarchy reportedly love his calm leadership style, and the dressing room support for him is very strong. Now fans are waiting to see whether Ineos will fully back him in the market. Another major story involves Marcus Rashford. Fabrizio Romano reports that Rashford desperately wants to remain at FC Barcelona after enjoying a successful loan spell in Spain. Barcelona still want him too, but negotiations are ongoing because the Spanish giants want to restructure the agreed €30 million option. Manchester United, however, want a permanent sale and are resisting attempts to lower the fee or arrange another loan. Rashford has reportedly contributed 28 goals and assists during his spell in Spain and feels fully settled under Hansi Flick. At the moment, it feels increasingly likely that Rashford's future lies away from Old Trafford permanently. And finally, United are also continuing to monitor Sporting CP defender Maxi Araujo. The Uruguayan has impressed heavily in the Champions League this season with his pace, defensive intensity, and attacking overlaps. United see him as a possible long-term replacement for Luke Shaw, especially with concerns continuing over Shaw's fitness. But competition is building there too, with Arsenal, Chelsea, Juventus and Atletico Madrid all watching closely. So United fans, this summer is absolutely massive. Midfield reinforcements, possible defensive additions, big player sales, Carrick officially taking charge, and Champions League football returning to Old Trafford. The rebuild is finally beginning. Let us know in the comments. Who should Manchester United sign first this summer? Elliot Anderson, Ederson, Tonali, or somebody else entirely? And don't forget to subscribe to United Focus for all the latest Manchester United transfer news every single day. Elsewhere. According to Fabrizio Romano, it is confirmed. Carrick will remain as Manchester United's permanent manager. The decision has reportedly been clear internally for weeks and has already been approved by Sir Jim Ratcliffe. Romano says Carrick is expected to sign either a 2-year contract with an option to extend or potentially a straight 3-year deal. Fabrizio Romano broke it. Direction clear for weeks. Plan approved by Sir Jim Ratcliffe. New deal being signed soon. 2 years plus an option to extend or directly 3 years. Carrick says yes, the quiet revolution has a permanent leader. This changes everything. Not just the sentiment around the club, not just the atmosphere in the dressing room, everything. Every transfer conversation United are having right now becomes a different conversation the moment that contract is signed. Players want to know who they are playing for. Targets want to understand the project. Agents want clarity before recommending moves to their clients. Carrick confirmed as permanent manager is the single most important piece of news United needed heading into the most significant summer window in years. 10 wins from 15 games. Champions League qualified. 2 defeats. Liverpool beaten, City beaten, Arsenal beaten. A dressing room transformed, a squad revived, and now the man who did all of that is being handed the keys permanently. Sir Alex Ferguson approves. The fans have never stopped believing. The board took slightly too long, but they got there in the end. The right decision. Obviously the right decision. While Sandro Tonali remains another major name under consideration. Sandro Tonali at £90 million according to Tutto Mercato. That is Newcastle's asking price. Not the £100 million that was being discussed earlier in the season, but still a significant number for a player who spent much of his first 18 months at the club managing the consequences of his betting ban suspension. Tonali has been excellent this season when available, and his technical quality in midfield is beyond question. But £90 million for a player whose injury and suspension history complicates the risk. Calculation is a number that United will need to weigh carefully against the alternatives being pursued simultaneously. The Ederson update continues to move positively. Reports in Italy confirm that negotiations between Atalanta and Atletico Madrid have stalled, with the Spanish club unable or unwilling to meet the asking price. United are now said to be in negotiations with Atalanta directly over a deal structure of €45 million fixed fee plus 15 million in add-ons. That 60 million total package is at the top end of the range that had been discussed, but the add-on structure reduces the guaranteed outlay to a number United can comfortably absorb within the midfield budget. Personal terms previously agreed. Entourage has given the green light. England described as Ederson's dream destination. This deal wants to happen. United need to make it happen quickly before any other Premier League club recognises the opportunity that Atletico's withdrawal has created. And there is another interesting name emerging too. Morten Hjulmand of Sporting CP is an interesting addition to the midfield monitoring list, the Danish captain being tracked by United according to Court Offside with a potential fee of around £52 million. Arsenal are also mentioned as interested parties, which immediately raises the competitive dynamic. Hjulmand at 26 brings a different profile from Ederson, more technically creative and more comfortable in possession-based systems, which could make him the second of the three midfielders United are targeting rather than an alternative to Ederson. The combination of Ederson's defensive solidity, Hjulmand's technical quality and Mainoo's progressive energy would give United a midfield of genuine Champions League capability across every dimension the system requires. Bruno Fernandes has been named Football Writers Association Footballer of the Year and deserves every single vote that went his way. His response to the award was entirely and wonderfully Bruno, immediately talking about the two things he wants to achieve before his United career concludes. First, the assists record, one away from equaling Kevin De Bruyne and Thierry Henry's 20 in a single Premier League season, the joint record that has stood for years, and that Fernandes is one assist away from matching tonight against Nottingham Forest or on the final day at Brighton. He said it would be an amazing achievement, but that he does not want to focus on it too much because the team's targets matter more. Classic Bruno, publicly modest, privately driven. The second target he named was leading Manchester United to the Premier League title. Not the Champions League, not just top four. The league title. That ambition, stated publicly by the club captain in the week his permanent manager has been confirmed, is the clearest possible signal of where this club believes it is heading. This season they came back to the Champions League. Next season the target is higher. Fernandes is on the same ship as the fans, he said earlier in the season. He wants the ship to go forward. He wants it to navigate as much as they can. The football writers agreed he is the best player in England right now.